Hello everyone, welcome to today's Yard channel. In this video we talk about how limiters are not even rare anymore inside Drive Empire. So without further ado, let's get started with this video. Please subscribe. Alright guys, as you guys may know, Drive Empire likes to occasionally drop returning limiteds inside Drive Empire. In this case, they basically dropped the Hennessy F5 Roadster Texas Edition, which it used to be a pretty rare car, but they dropped 20,000 units, and basically it's not as rare as it used to be. So we're gonna be talking about how this is affecting Drive Empire and how limiteds are not rare anymore inside Drive Empire. And basically we're gonna be talking about Drive Empire's point of view of returning limiteds. Then we're gonna be talking about the OG players' point of view of returning limiteds, and lastly, new players' point of view of returning limited. And at the end of the video, I'll give my opinion about returning limited. So without further ado, let's quickly get started with this video. Alright guys, as you guys may know, Drive Empire is owned by a company named Roblox, and basically how companies work is they want to make as much profits as possible from what they make or what they produce. So how Drive Empire or Roblox sees returning limiteds, they see as a business opportunity or a way to make profit. And basically how they can make profits off basically returning limiteds. Let's say we have a very hyped car inside Drive Empire, like for example the Apollo Orange Dragon. If I'm the owner of basically Voldex, I would see the hype for that specific car, and let's say it's a limited car, right? Like the Apollo Orange Dragon. I would realize and understand that when I release this car, I know I'm gonna make a ton of profits off this car. And you may ask, how do they make profits? Well, of course, the Robux, right? Because what's called limiteds, they usually have two options to buy them. They firstly have the option to buy with in-game cash, and then the second option is to buy with Robux. Like for example, this Apollo Orange Dragon, when it released for the third time, it cost 4.5 K Robux. And that's $50 right there worth of Robux, which is absolutely insane. And let's say I buy this car with basically Robux, right? When I buy this car, basically they made a $50 profit. So basically, yeah, they basically see basically returning limiteds or limiteds returning into Drive Empire as a business opportunity or a way to make more profits. And while knowing how a company thinks, basically, essentially, a company wants to make as much profits as possible. So basically, this is the point of view of Drive Empire. They basically want to make profits and make as much profits as possible, and I completely understand that because, well, if you're the CEO of a company, you want to make as much profits as possible. Like, it's completely understandable. So I don't really think they care about basically the car if it becomes less rare as it used to be when they release it the first or second time. They just really care about the profits, to be completely honest with you. Alright guys, so the point of view of OG players, they basically, I would assume they've been playing for years, right? And they basically bought the limited car for the first time it came out. Like, as soon as it came out, they bought it immediately. And basically, when they see this limited car return for a second or third time, they're like, damn, what happened? This car used to be so rare. And now it's no longer rare because it got re-released. And I can completely understand the point of view of OG players, how they could be frustrated with this. Like, let's say, I grinded this game for years. I basically got this car that, let's say, had 1,000 serials, right? I would be a little upset if it got released a second or third time, ruining the rarity of that specific car. Because who knows? That could have been the rarest car in their inventory, and they no longer have a rare car. So yeah, I completely understand the point of view of OG players. OG players, they want to have rare cars in their inventory, and basically they get really upset when basically one of their cars get re-released and it becomes less rare as it used to be. So this is completely understandable. So basically the point of view of OG players is essentially they see limiteds ruining the rarity of the cars that they own. And basically they bought the car the first time, and basically it was relatively rare, and basically when it came out the second or third time, it became less and less rare. So basically what OG players are personally thinking is essentially, I used to have a rare car and it's no longer rare. Alright guys, and lastly, the point of view of new players. How new players see this? They basically see this as a way to get cool cars, essentially. They see, hey, this car used to be relatively rare back in the day, and now it's returned into Drive Empire once again. I can finally buy it. And then they'll be super happy, and they could either buy it with Robux or basically with cash, and basically they can have a rare car in their inventory. And I would fall in this category too, because when I saw the Hennessy F5 Roadster Texas Edition drop, I was low-key super hyped because this was a relatively rare car, and I can finally own a rare car, or an OG car, I would say. So yeah, how new players see rare returning limiteds, they see as a good way sometimes, or maybe even a bad way. They might see as how OG players see it, but what I personally think new players feel like, they basically see, oh, this car finally returned. No way, this is my favorite car, and it finally returned. I can finally buy it, so they will be relatively hyped. So yeah, basically how new players see this, they basically see a way to get cool cars that used to be OG, that they are OG, and basically be able to have them in their inventory. And basically, to conclude this video, I would fall relatively in the new player category. I'm low-key hyped to own cars that I don't own. I do not own these cars in Drive Empire, and basically when a return limited drops, I'm low-key hyped because I get to own an OG car inside Drive Empire. And I completely understand the all point of view. I understand the point of view of basically Voldex, which is the company that owns Drive Empire. I understand the point of view of basically OG players getting upset basically because their rare cars become less and less rare. And I completely understand the point of view of basically new players because they get to own rare cars inside Drive Empire, or relatively cool OG cars. So yeah, I personally feel like this is a problem. Even though I do get hyped when return limiteds drop inside Drive Empire, I do think this is a problem. I feel like they should stop basically returning limiteds, as basically it completely defeats the perfect purpose of basically limited car, because the limited car is supposed to be limited. It's not supposed to return, because at that point just call it a special offer car, special deal car, whatever. And before I end the video, I do want to read a Bible verse, and today's Bible is going to be Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10, and it says, "So do not fear, for I am with you. I will strengthen you and help you." So that's gonna be today's Bible verse. So thank you guys so much for watching. God bless you guys. Like, subscribe guys already. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out, going. Bye guys.